I coordinate the agro-industrial activities at the bank with respect to a robust agro-industrial regime in Africa and supporting agribusinesses in Africa and ensuring that post-harvest issues are addressed at project implementation. We support to design projects in agro-industrial agribusiness because that is a driver of the economy of most African countries. The bank is worried that in spite of the landscape we have in the continent, in spite of the potentials we have for export, that we still import over 35.4 billion worth of food. And when you do that, you find out that your foreign reserve is depleting. Meanwhile, our potential for export is huge. And when you are importing, you're exporting your jobs. Because without agro-industry, you can't create jobs in the country. And without agro-industry, you can't even diversify your economy. So we try to internalize those among African countries. And that's why you see the bank everywhere in the continent, trying to make a difference in the way agriculture is practiced in the continent. And then try to bring a business sense to agriculture, other than a development project or something that is done for subsistence. So that's what we do at the bank. Yeah, we are working with clusters of industries, and that's why in Nigeria, since 2011, Nigeria is supporting a project called the Agro-Processing Zone, which is a $100 million project in Nigeria. And then we have a second phase of that project, which is $150 million, so it's huge. We are trying to make government ensure and establish an enabling environment for the takeoff of those clusters. Because the private sector cannot do some basic things, infrastructure. They cannot construct road, they cannot construct a railway, they cannot sink borehole on a commercial basis, even though it happens at pockets of individual level, but that's not what it should be. If you don't have those infrastructure on ground and you want to develop a value chain, it is all talk shop. And that's why we said, even from this meeting, that we should talk about things that are very practical, things that are very implementable, and not things that you finish talking by the next day, everybody forgets it. And nobody even remembers what you said again yesterday. For instance, when the issue of working group came up, I was saying, look, working group, we have had many of them in all commodities. In every meeting, there must be a network set up. But at the end of the day, that network dies after the meeting finishes. So we should do something that's very sustainable. So that is how what I think government should do. And then government should also have some incentive packages for the private sector entities to come and invest, like tax rebate, like granting them security, and then making the ease of acquisition of land a little less cumbersome.